big race with them. They ran for third. Makes me really happy. They're going out that way.
What? You don't want one of these? Why?
Don't open it.
Don't open it? Okay.
Don't open it.
Well, you're fine, you can. You're allowed to make faces. You can do whatever you want to do, all right? You just finished third and pay him back for one time you do what you want. Take me through the last couple of laps there. It was a hell of a battle with Brett Hurst.
Yeah. Oh, man. No.
And Billy Decker. Decker was in there too.
So Decker came on the outside to restart and he split to the middle for the reason in the initial halfway break. Unbelievable how guys would just like come down to the middle off the curve, split through and get ahead. Decker did that.
I know
On one of the restarts, and unfortunately for him, there was a wreck right after switching to drive to go back to 6. And then at that point, I went in a little harder into 1 and held my position. Then later on, Curran comes on my outside when I'm running in 4th, which would later be 3rd with Shepherd's light. So
we'll talk about that.
I was I was really trying hard to keep that position because I knew it was a decent amount of footing where, and he raced hard on the outside, and we had an issue earlier this year.
Yes,
that we probably
that's why I had to ask the question.
And,
People never stay. People, a certain number of people will get up and they will leave.
And I was able to come out on top because I had the car. All right, come on.
All right, hey man, congratulations. Hey, all right, look at that. We got the trophy and everything. This is like a tradition, I think. Whenever we do a live show, Chris, this Stewart Friesen has to win.
Who'd I pick?
Well, you had first pick. I mean, it's pretty easy. Come on, but hey, the guy at the pool. Yeah. Congratulations. I mean, $53,000 here at Fonda Speedway.
Something, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know what to say today. It's just awesome. I was lucky enough to make my first 200 start this race 17 years ago. Hoffman won. It's like $6. That was cool. Back and everything. The research was and everything. One of the things is just we're just a couple miles from here. It's special. It's great.
Talk about the race itself. You guys made a little bit different strategy than some other guys. You elected, we had that rain on lap 74, and the track had locked down at that point, and it rubbered up, and then it rained, track changes, but you ended up going in the pits. And what was the thought process of putting there instead of waiting for the half ride?
Just to try to shorten the track position. And it worked out. We were able to get some guys and we started 6th. 25 lap tires in. Right. Well, it wasn't really mud, but we just figured if we got our tires then, we were just going to try to fix that way hard. A really good balance and chassis adjustments. I didn't think, our laps were tire too bad. It made it, they were really good shape. You make going a dyno like that. Break and put some tear-offs on and then we'll fit over up and went again.
Your car was good where, a lot of guys either were top, middle, or bottom, one lane, really good. Your car, you can move where you needed to, even in traffic, and I think that was the key for you.
Yeah, it was, that traffic was tough. We started both runs a little bit tight on the snug side, and that was good because it paid off. We were good, at the end of both segments. But the track, it locked down, then we got that rain, and then it totally changed. Yeah. It felt like me, it felt like it kind of glazed up on the bottom of 3 and 4, but then rubbered like a half a lane up. And then we were really good running the middle and 1 and 2, and I was kind of worried about just abusing my tires, and it worked out.
Talk about all the restarts. I mean, inevitably Matt Shepard was disqualified for failing post-race weight, didn't make weight. So, but obviously don't know that as the race is going on. And Matt, he gave you a run, man. He gave you some runs.
Oh yeah, that was tough. He's the best in the business, and I was good on the top, and I gave him the bottom on those restarts, and he kind of got there. And the second one or the third one, when he got by us, I went, "Oh man, that's it!" And we were able to rip a good lap in 3 and 4 and get back by him in the middle. And after that, I said, "No way! Now I'm going to get on the bottom and be able to control how high up I move." So it was an exciting race, obviously, and then catching lap traffic at the end, I'm just like, man, the last big race here, we got him on the last lap. He caught lap traffic, got held up, and I'm just going, oh, geez, just waiting for him to smoke around the outside. But
he tried.
He
tried.
Oh, I'll have to go back and watch it, but it worked out for us, and it's just big for for all our guys, Tommy and Bates and Berkey and everybody, Jarrett, everybody that works so hard and helps us all week long on both cars. It's a lot of work to get two ready all the time, and my wife loves me for it more, so it's good and it's worth it. But it's tough, we switched chassis, so we had to build a couple cars here last month or so, and it's just a great group of guys and great family, and it's a lot of fun.
As we always say, how important.
Woo!
Getting the love from the grandstands. That one guy left in the stands over there, but how important is it? We talk confidence, all that. This race is the first, the big money. Okay, actually we had $100 grand at Middletown in the middle of summer, but now it's the month of money, if you will, or a month and a half of money here for modified racing. How important is it for you, your team, to kick that off the way you did tonight?
It's big, growing up, my dad is just a die-hard modified guy. Having promoted Ransomville and doing all that, he came to Fonda in the '70s as a friend of Dave Lape, and came out here and partied and watched all the races, as a kid, or when he was in his 20s, and he just said, Fonda, Syracuse, and Eastern States was like the Triple Crown, the 200s, and Gary Ballou was like the only one to do, I think, all three of them one year. Now it's a little bit different schedule. Obviously, we're starting off with the Fonda 200, and now we'll go to the Outlaw 200 at Fulton next week, into Oswego, into Eastern States. I got my 200 lap stash going, which Jess thinks is awful, but that's it. If you look back,
if you win 53,000, you need to keep winning the big races. I don't think she's going to complain.
That's it. I sent a picture to Brett Moffitt of my stash today, and he said, "Well, now you're going to win." So he was dead right. But if you look back, the majority of guys that won all those big races had a stash. Billy Decker, Gary Ballou, Horton, Doug Hoffman obviously won the last one. So just a weird little sentimental thing. But it worked out.
Hey, man, we'll let you go. Congratulations.
Right,
there he is, ladies and gentlemen, winner of the Fonda 200. Can I keep the trophy?
Oh, geez, hell no.
We'll take it back with us. That's fine.
I bet.
Well, thanks, Stu, man. Congrats again,
Stewart Friesen.
Friesen.
Thanks, everybody, for watching in, tuning in.
We appreciate it. Again, Stewart Friesen. And, have fun on the walk, Stu. So as we sit here in Victory Lane at the Track of Champions, and just like that, GT on the ball tonight, helping us out. And we're getting our second place finisher, Rocky Warner. And, Rocky, you can't be disappointed, man. That was a hell of a run, heck of a race, coming home in the second spot. Obviously, across the line third, again, Shepard right in front of you. But still, you were there with the big guns.
No, definitely. I'm not, we're a little bit disappointed. We want to win, you know what I mean? But, for what we had in the, we didn't really have a strategy. We didn't really know what to expect, what to do. And granted, it was kind of even. Not a lot of guys did, but, them guys have ran a lot of 200 lap races. Right. And to be hanging out with them, like be on the same straight with them at the end, is kind of a cool deal. You know what I mean? It's just, Stewie and Matt are two of the best in the last 10 years by far. You know what I mean? So to be hanging out and be competitive, I was pretty happy. Yeah, you had a good car because you went with that little bit later strategy, kind of with Shepard there, pitted at lap 100, and I think you stayed with Shepard. You guys kind of came up through that field together. We did it first, and I got caught behind some guys. I think Billy Decker and a few others were kind of just getting the tires, heating the tires and stuff, and he had got by them guys. He had got up to like third or fourth, and I was still stuck back and had to come through a little slower. But yeah, for sure. I could keep seeing him. And I was like, what? If I keep seeing Matt, you know what I mean? Then I could start seeing Stewie. I'm like, boy, we must be kind of close to the front there. So it was a pretty cool deal. When we restarted 18th, I thought our shot of a top 5 was over with. And then it ended up second after the whole deal with the scales there. It was pretty cool. Did Jake smile? I haven't seen him yet. I brushed by him quick, trying to get our car done first and text so we can get out of here. It's so late, you know what I mean? So I didn't see him yet. I'm sure he's probably a little bit happy. I don't know. We'll see. There's not much that makes him happy, but I think $20,000 will help him out. Maybe. You're right. Maybe. But let's talk about the track. The two guys, Mike and Stu, talked about it. It locked down a little bit there, and then it rained, and that had to throw all of you guys a curveball. No, it definitely did. And it threw me for a bigger one because I didn't think it was going to go back to rubbered up. I really didn't think it did, and it kind of did take some rubber there at the end, and especially off the corners was locked down, hammered down, wide open. So, yeah, it definitely threw me for a loop. I didn't think it was going to do that, so I didn't put any more gear in the car. I thought I needed. At the end, if I could have had a restart with 50 to go and had another pit stop, I would have put some gear in it and maybe had a shot at something. But either way, I'm super proud of my guys and my team and just for putting forth a good effort and making our name out. There was a pretty packed house here tonight. A lot of people from all over the place, and to put our name in there with them guys and mix it up with them, I was pretty happy. What's it like to get a $20,000 payday? I haven't got it yet, but it's pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to think. I've been doing interviews left and right, but
hey, that's a good thing though. You want to, when you finish these big races, you want to be the guy that everybody wants to talk to.
That's for sure. One way, yeah, that's true. I guess it is. You're right. Like I said, we like to been one spot farther forward, but I'm not going to complain at all. I'm pretty happy with a top 3 finish, and we'll just take it. Yeah, 2 years ago, I used to race for $2,500 against 80 cars. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, race for 50.
Yeah, race for 50, and then everybody was scared to come down here. So, yeah, definitely, I'm pretty happy, and hats off to Brett and his team. I mean, put forth a pretty flawless show here tonight. You know what I mean? For all the hiccups that could have been, and there was, and they hit the nail right on the head.
Great year for you here at Fonda Speedway, obviously. Yeah. I mean, I don't think you could ask for much more other than winning tonight, really.
that would have been nice, obviously, but you're right. You know what I mean? We really have had an awesome year. Just to say, we won some races with Stewie in the field and won the track championship. And granted, Stewie doesn't race every week, and it probably would have been different if he was here racing differently. You know what I mean? But just a cool feeling to put our name out front and put our name in the record books and. All 4 classes, it's just a pretty cool deal.
That's a pretty impressive accomplishment here. 3 stock, pro stock, sportsman, and modified champion.
Yeah, we actually did it twice in 1 year. We did Glen Ridge and here at the same time. It's been a pretty cool deal, definitely.
Well, hey man, we thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it, great job tonight.
Thank you.
Again, Rocky Warner coming home with a 2nd place finish here at the Fonda Speedway as part of the Fonda 200, and we didn't get a chance. We kind of hopped right into the interviews there, Chris, so we didn't really get much to recap here, but. Let's talk about what transpired, who won, and so on and so. Well, obviously, Stewart Friesen won. Sure. Rocky Warner finished 2nd. Mike Mahaney 3rd, because we've talked to all 3 of those guys, so we know that. But I think the big thing that we've touched on, kind of hit on, Matt Shepard crossed the line in 2nd, and I'm hearing 7 to 8 pounds. I have no official confirmation, but I know he was light on the scales.
It's supposed to be 2,400, right?
I would believe. Well, if he's running a small block, it would be 2,400. That's what it would be.
29.93 is what I heard upstairs.
29. How about 23.93?
Something like that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 29.93 would be a little heavy.
Oh yeah. I still gotta get home.
Yeah. Just a tick. Just a tick. Sasquatch, you want to sit down? You're here.
20.
Well, come on, Sasquatch.
He was 7 pounds short.
7 pounds short. So that's about a gallon of gas short. I was almost. I wrote a preview story here for Dirt Track Digest, and I almost had the top 4. If Stewie, at one point it was Stewie, Matt Shepard, Rocky, and Brett Hearn, and those are my 4 favorites. So thank you very much to me, all right, for being awesome on that, okay? yeah, right? You done now? You done with?
Don't worry about loving Mike because he loves himself.
No, I love myself tonight because I got lucky, and it'll be the only time that was even close to me doing that. So I'm gonna take it when it happens because every year I do a Speed Week story for the Empire Super Sprints, and inevitably I screw somebody. Whoever I pick to win never has a good night. So the one time they have a good night, I'm gonna take it. So recap the rest of the top 10 here for you. It was Mahaney, Billy Decker will finish in 4th. Afterwards, Brett Hearn will come across the line in 5th.
Did you see his run back up through?
He was impressive too.
He was 16th with like 10 to go or something crazy, and he stormed through there. And
yeah,
if he could have cleared Billy Decker, he probably would have had a shot at doing more. But
yeah, he had a great race. As I mentioned with Mike Mahaney too. I mean, there was a couple times.
And none of those 3 was fun.
Yeah, you don't see Brett Hearn. I mean, he was racing hard because he was bouncing the right rear quarter off the wall coming down the front stretch, sparking the rear bumper. I mean, you probably couldn't see it from where you were sitting, but...
Oh, I absolutely could.
Oh, could you?
Down the track.
Oh, okay. All right. You were watching the camera right there. So that gives us our top 5. Let's go to the race monitor. That's usually a little easier to get it because now it's all messed up now because I had to take Shepard out of that rundown. So we'll... Inevitably, yes.
Inevitably, we start talking about things that we can't finish talking about.
Yeah, I know. I hate when I do that, but I tweet. Here's the thing. I tweeted it. But then again, now it's all different because we obviously had to change things up. It is that hard, Sasquatch. Okay, don't worry. All right, I know Sasquatches are good with technology. All right, I am not. All right. So, Chris, what did you think here? Obviously, your first big race here at Fonda Speedway. We talked earlier. You've only been here a couple of times, so tonight getting the chance to see a 200 lapper here.
Well, this was my first 200, yes, and it was awesome. I mean, it was awesome front to back. The whole atmosphere was great to have this race back after being gone for so long. For Stewie to have the race that he did, and then the way that the rains came through, it actually helped the track. They put the grader out,
yep,
and worked on that inside line. And after that, the track came around into great shape for another 60 laps or so. So it left things up to chance. Some strategy was played out. It was really a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, I love 200 lap races, and I love Fonda Speedway, so it was great to see what we had here.
If Hearn could have got back to the rubber, I would have liked to see what he could do with the back half of the top 3.
Yeah, I think he had a shot for him. I mean, he ran a great race here tonight as well.
And he was your pick.
He was my pick.
I was really rooting for you.
Brett is always good here, so I was not all that disappointed with my pick. And I want to take somebody different because, I mean, I could have just said Matt Shepard, like everybody would have expected me to do, and I didn't. So how about this run for 6th place finish for Brian Pesolano? Okay, great job. Local driver, great job here finishing there. Anthony Prego finished 7th. Brian Gleason will be 8th.
I think Gleason ended up with hard charger.
Gleason got the hard charger. All right, he'll finish 8th. David Schilling will finish 9th, and Bobby Varon rounds out the top 10, officially via Race Monitor. So, it was great. All day long, I thought it was a great atmosphere here at Fonda Speedway today. If you weren't here with us, if you watched us on Dirt Track Digest TV, hopefully some of the cameras got to show you the crowd that was in this place tonight, because it was massive. It was well deserving of a 200 lap race.
It was in a lot of the shots.
Yeah, and it was a great crowd. It was nice to see everybody here back at the Fonda Speedway, back for the 200. I mean that, and now we got people on golf carts on the racetrack.
You can go back and watch the race on demand. You can catch all the replay back on Dirt Track Digest during the break. Not the rain delay, the actual pit stop.
Right.
The wireless camera was over in the
pit area
outside of turns 3 and 4, and then we came and walked back through here. We caught up with Stu and Jess as they were talking, and a bunch of the drivers that were getting loaded up into the cars, and it was pretty cool.
That was an interesting concept, the way they did that. Letting them, you had the pit stops, and I thought the strategy, the way it played out today, was interesting.
The strategy was great. The only real hiccup for the whole race was one of the cars over there on pit road couldn't get fired, so it bottlenecked a bunch of the cars that were in the back half of the field. And when they came through turn 2, then the hot pit got opened up, and it jumbled things over there on pit road. Some guys were supposed, but for all intents and purposes, if that's all you're going to complain about,
that's it. There's not much to complain about today. I mean, it was great. We had some different strategies play out.
Once the mics get turned off, Mallett will find plenty to complain about.
No, I won't. Look, I'm at Fonda. Look, when I come to Fonda, I joke about having home tracks. I go to Afton,
Eastern States,
Orange County. I love Orange County. I was there for 8 years. I was at Afton for several years. All right, but Fonda is where I spent the first 18 years of my life coming to the races. So it's always special to come back here, and it was awesome to see the 200 back. And to see the place the way it should be. Filled up. To show you. Because there's a lot of negativity in racing. A lot of things, people say this, people say that, social media and so on and so forth, but you know what, tonight proved that racing's still alive and well here in the Mohawk Valley, with the crowd that was here and the people in this event here this weekend. We're camping in God country over here, all right, way down
I couldn't
back.
believe when I pulled in.
Yeah, and it is packed back there, and it is packed all the way around this place, and it was great to see it back, and it's a great kickoff to what we have coming up. Stu, we mentioned it. We have the Outlaw 200 next weekend, which can't wait for that. Then we go to Super Dirt Week, and then we have a weekend off. If you go to Brockville, it's not a 200, and then you have the following, the weekend after that, you have the Eastern States 200, which woohoo, can't wait. But, but
and it was just ends with the World Finals.
And World Finals, yeah. Well, I got the World Short Track Championships and the World Finals.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I'm going to both. But. Any other thoughts you got from today, or anything else you want to add? And
it was a very busy day, covering all the bases today, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you looked like you were a little flustered when you came down.
There was a couple challenges to fight through, but it is what it is.
Hey, and we got there, and again, we appreciate everybody watching on Dirt Track Digest TV. We appreciate you watching here the post race show, which I'm assuming most people are probably going to watch this in the morning.
There's a lot of people.
Is there still people watching right now? Oh, good. But we'll assume that most people are going to watch this in the morning. And if you don't, we'll put these up. I might cut up those interviews and put them up individually on our YouTube channel as well. And I'll grab a copy of this from Chris, and we'll get this up online on YouTube and on the front page of Dirt Track Digest. But for Chris Marquart, my name's Mike Mallett, and thank you again so much for checking us out here tonight from the Track of Champions, the Fonda 200 in the books. Stewart Friesen picks up the win. Rocky Warner will get second. Mike Mahaney third, and that'll do it here from Fonda Speedway.